Rural transportation is important to our economy and our way of life. Manufactured goods, raw materials, and agricultural products travel through rural areas on their way to global markets. 2/3 of rail freight comes from rural areas, and nearly half the distance traveled by trucks takes place on rural roads. But rural transportation infrastructure is aging and can use safety upgrades. For example, 80% of bridges rated in poor condition are located in rural areas. And while 19% of the population lives in rural areas, 45% of highway fatalities occur in rural areas. Overall, the fatality rate on rural roads is twice that of urban roads. To boost safety, economic growth, and quality of life for everyone, the U.S. Department of Transportation is focused on rebuilding and refurbishing America's infrastructure. The department distributes over $70 billion every year to help state and local governments address transportation needs. And these include roads, bridges, aviation, rail, transit, pipelines. But historically, rural communities were often overlooked and underrepresented when department resources are granted. To help rural communities get their fair share of infrastructure resources, the department established the Rural Opportunities to Use Transportation for Economic Success, or R.O.U.T.E.S initiative. And the department is releasing the Applicant Toolkit for competitive funding programs at the U.S. Department of Transportation to help rural communities learn how to access appropriate, eligible federal funding. And this resource is available at transportation.gov/rural. This toolkit is designed to help rural project sponsors better understand how to identify and access the department's discretionary grant opportunities that they need. This toolkit will help both the beginner and the experienced better understand, identify, and navigate discretionary grant funding opportunities for rural transportation projects. There are a lot of rural communities who just don't have the resources to hire an army of dedicated staff and contractors to compete for these federal funds. So we hope that this toolkit will be a reference and a roadmap to opportunities and resources at the U.S. Department of Transportation that will benefit your community and our country. Good luck.